So the Series S, the Lockhart, Xbox Lockhart, was finally revealed to my dismay. And we're going to take a look at it here. I was going to go through that little... It's been the third time I'm going to record this. I'm having problems like damn stuff popping up on my computer and going to a website. Thank you, fucking comicbook.com. You guys can eat dicks because a big ass video just started exploding Cyberpunk trailer when I didn't even ask for it to. I fucking hate companies that are like this. They're assholes. So let's go ahead and go look at this again. The Series S was shown. It is a horrible looking design for one simple problem, not because it's a simple rectangle. It looks fine. This huge grill for the cooling. The cooling is okay. I mean, I have to respect the Xbox One Series X. That cooling design for the tower, even though I don't like the design look of it, I respect it. Look at this. This is horrible. See this? A lot of people have made designs. Why don't you take that slash of the X and put it here? That'd look badass. But no, they left it black. Make it white, you fucking idiots. That looks horrible. So let's just go forward here and look at some of the crap. What it comes with. Oh, 1440p, 2K, 120 frames per second, up to DirectX, ray tracing, blah, blah, blah. Horrible. 512 gig SSD. What do you mean it's horrible? It can't be that horrible. Well, look, this has been leaked about the Seagate 1 terabyte as expansion. I don't know if this price is 100%, but you know, 1 terabyte SSDs are around $200. I could see this being at $199, or even if it was dropped to $159. People, it's going to cost a lot to expand your fucking storage. This is bad. You cannot play next-gen stuff off a USB drive. You cannot do it on PS5. The PS5 and Series S/X must have an SSD to run the new shit. Your old stuff will run on a USB drive or a disk drive. So that's the big problem. And you see it's diskless. I'm going to get to that here in a second, why it's a fucking failure. Because in here somewhere they went, it's better with Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. Where's it at here? Better with Game Pass. Not everybody wants Game Pass. Fuck this shit. Let's talk about the real world specs. This is why I wanted to wait. I wanted to see stuff. I got three issues I have with this thing. The first issue is it's digital only. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. That is a horrible design. I'll get back to it. I'll show you the biggest problem with this. 512 gig, the NVMe SSD. Again, you may have to pay a huge amount to expand your next gen game storage. Hell, I think the newest Call of Duty is going to be around 100 gigs. A lot of these games are becoming close to 100 gigs. 4 or 5 games and you're done. Of next gen. Cyberpunk, Call of Duty, new Far Cry, new Valhalla. If you want a bunch of new games running on this, you're not going to be able to store them all. And people were making fun of the 825 gigs on the PS5. This is not good. The CPUs are the same, bitchin'. Lower GPU makes perfect sense. The power, whatever. I don't know if that's real or that's good or not. This is the other problem I have. I know I watched their 8-minute of Jason Randall, Gandalf looking dude, telling how awesome this thing was. And they show some games running on it. It looks good. And it's all about, it's easy to scale. Developers won't have to do anything. Bullshit. They won't have to do much. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because you're expecting the developers, and he said toward the end of that video, render them and make everything work at 4K, 60, and everything at Xbox Series X, and then scale it down. That takes work. That takes men and women sitting in a chair doing their duty to take this 12 teraflops and all this horsepower and 16 gigs of memory to pack it into 10 gigs of memory. Wonder if they don't want to resize all their 4K textures. Velocity architecture will be that. Again, velocity architecture is a good notion, but it's a custom way of working with textures. And look at Sony. The PS2, the PS3 both have custom chips. Custom stuff never exactly works out the way you think it's going to work out. Developers go for what is called, lowest common denominator. Easy stuff. Things that'll work on a PS5 and a Series S/X. So you're asking a developer to run a game in 10 gigs of video RAM. Okay, they can scale it back to 8 gigs, but less performance in the CPU. And look at this, 56 gigabits per second on the CPU side. That's really what this is. This is what the CPU has. That's nuts. I don't know how, they said easy to scale, but they're just telling you this to say it's easy. Developers don't have to do much. Still, the developers have to do work to scale this thing, folks. This has never fucking been a good idea. This is not computers. Computers here, they do scale. They do scale. But a developer on a computer literally does two ways. They have the low end and the high end, and I'm guaranteeing you, PC versions of games will be what you find on Series X and Series S. My buddies and I were talking about this. You will not see highly optimized console games unless you play a PlayStation 5. Because developers don't have the time to create a PC version and then customize the Series X version, then tone it down and customize the Series S version, and then go to a real console, a console with real specific specs that are fully optimized in one type of spec, the PS5, and blow just do whatever they want over there. Consoles are supposed to be appliances. They're supposed to be something that you pick up, you play, and you go with. They're supposed to be highly customized and then get more performance versus a computer with the same specs. Usually, sometimes, because everything, the GPU and the CPU is on one chip or on the SoC. They're on the same, the RAM is really close there. You can't match a PC. You never can. It never is. There's no such thing as console versus PC, really. People like to do that just to measure their virtual dicks. It's stupid. But consoles can do great things. They can look gorgeous. I got Ghost of Tsushima up there. I'm slowly playing through it. I don't like to rush through games. I'm about a third way through it. That game runs so fucking nice. I'm sitting there blinking at it and taking looks at it going, wow. 1.8 teraflops, and it looks amazing. It depends on the developer, folks. And I know these consoles can do great. It's just this split design is horrible. It's not good. They're telling you all this stuff, and developers are going to do it. Developers are going to have easy time. Developers are going to get sick of it. They're going to go, oh, fuck, I got to go develop for Microsoft shit. I got to develop the Series X version. No, they'll develop the Series S version, the easier version, and then they'll go over and crank a few things up, make it look nicer on Series X. Over time, developers are going to get lazier, and they're not lazier, they're going to optimize their workflows. Developers go to a PlayStation 5, they have one fucking 10 teraflop. I don't care what people are saying, 9, 10 teraflop, 16 gigs of memory, all this ray tracing power, super fast SSD. If they just had the Xbox Series X, that'd be great. They don't. Now, whoa, sorry about that. Yeah, a little bit of a fuck up with me there. But, how is this a complete failure? I have said from day one on this channel, if they get rid of the disk drive, it is a failure. They're not creating a digital only version. Sony's doing that for PS5. You don't want disk, you don't need it. You still got all the horsepower and hardware to do everything. This is supposed to be the other next gen console that gives you everything. Well, I get everything on than the Series X can do. No, you don't. Without a disk drive, all your Xbox One games don't play on that fucker. You have to go to Big Daddy Phil and go to the damn Xbox store to buy them again. And everybody's wanting to shit all over anti-consumer Sony. Guess what, bitches? You can't do this. You can't take 360 and OG original games that are in the backwards compatibility list, put the disc in, download the version of the game, and play. I have not had to pay one goddamn cent to Microsoft. I got New Vegas a while back. This is my GTA 4, Stick of Truth, Borderlands 2, and you know what? My Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 is upstairs, the daughter's room, and Fallout 3 is up there somewhere. They're my original copies. I put them in the fucking game console, and I have to give Xbox a hand. That is a great backwards compatibility. It's good. You're not going to get this on this piece of shit. It is a horrible system. I don't agree with half a terabyte of space, but maybe they're trying to make it, cost effective. Okay, fine. I don't agree with this all this different configurations to expect the developers to scale down. I may be wrong. Okay. But the one thing they could have done to make this a better device was to put a disk drive in it. You cannot play all your Xbox One games you already own. You cannot play 360 games you already own. They're in the backwards compatibility list, and you can't play OG games that are in the backwards compatibility list that you already own. This is a fucking Game Pass ass-kissing Phil Spencer system. If you don't have Game Pass, this system is not worth it. And there are people who don't need Game Pass. Hell, the One S, which is still out there and need to be supported, has an Ultra 4K Blu-ray player. Fuck you, Microsoft. Every idiot out there who is saying this is killing Sony, you're idiots. Now, if you truly like this and you're a fan of Xbox and this is what you want, I'm not making fun of you. But don't sit there and say Sony's in trouble. Sony ain't fucking in trouble. Sony has one goddamn way of making the console. They have next-gen console coming out, and that's it. Developers, come program for this big bad motherfucker and make next-gen games. Microsoft, well, welcome to our development. You have to program for this one and this one. And, well, we like this little one, the one that's down here. He's the poor, pitiful little man. We like him to do work good, too. People forget the One S is still supported. This is a horrible, 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 horrible design. Not because I hate Microsoft, I hate Xbox. I don't like this. You don't go in with 2 SKUs and split specifications in a next-gen console race. It's bad. It would be tolerable if they put a disk drive in here and they would make it to where everybody could walk into this thing, drop in, plug in their external hard drive, move their Xbox One games, OG games, 360 games, start playing, and be limited in storage on their next gen. It would be interesting, but this is a Game Pass online and also probably for a streaming xCloud box or Game Cloud or whatever it's called. Now I don't fucking care. This is a bad system. It's not a good system. I don't care what people think. I'm not a pony. I'm calling it where I see it. I don't even like the PS5 digital edition. I think it's a waste of time. It's 2 SKUs, 2 boxes sitting there on the damn shelves. It's confusing. Some people will walk in there and that's all they have left and they'll pick it up. Well, you can't buy games, ma'am or sir, on the shelf. Why can't you? You don't have a disc drive. I call Sony out on their crap too. Series S was a stupid idea and it's not going to do great. It's going to sell okay. But for people who don't want to download all their games, who want to use all their old disc games, Xbox One, OG, and 360, oh my God, that's the whole point. Backwards compatibility, unless you want to rebuy everything on the store and pay us more money. So that's what I think, folks. Fuck this stupid console. I never liked it. I never wanted it to be a thing. I wanted Lockhart to be a horrible rumor, and here it is. It's not good. This is my personal opinion. But it's not going to do well. Devs are not going to do what Microsoft says. They don't give a shit. They don't have the time to waste on this crap. They just want to make games easily for a console, and Sony's going to be the easiest and best place to develop for, not Microsoft, unless they turn around and discontinue this thing. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I do appreciate everybody subscribing. Hit that notification bell for our newest videos, and if you're an Xbox fan here to shit on this video, go fuck yourself. I'm telling the truth, and people that were common sense are looking at these specs and saying this is iffy. It's not good, folks. All right, everybody. PKO Gamer out.